Hello, good afternoon. Now in this video we talk about transfer tools like move, rotate and scale, and what's the properties for this command. Okay, box. I will start with box and I want another box. Here you go. Any object inside 3D Max have a pivot point. Pivot point, it means this point the meet between three axes Z, X, Y. This pivot point is very important because we have a different type for that. But now, for move tools, I can move my object free if I click in the gray box, gray square inside, like that. Up, down. I go to for view, front, left, and I press T, then stop. So I can go up, down at the same time, no problem. If I want to lock my movement between Z and Y, then that means I won't go with mouse in between Z and Y, X and Y, and I can see the yellow square it's pop up. So just X and Y. Okay. If I click two objects together, we can see the pivot point. It's coming between this object. Okay, so I can move like this, like that. It's the same situation with rotate. I do rotate. I want to rotate this object, so I rotate and Y and X, rotate around X, rotate around Z. Okay, but if you see here, if I go to move transfer to move tools, if I see here, I see the X, Y, Z still in particular for this grade. Okay, you can see that. If I go to left, I can see the box have angle, but this axis not. That's why, because the type for this axis it's called now view. We have different type, but usually we use world or local. If I change to local, I will see Z, X, Y takes the same angle for this box. Okay. Now I go back to transfer tool and I will select these two boxes and I will see what will be happen when I use move tools with local mode access. So I can see now I choose Y. I will see, you see it's a big different movement. If I change this type to view, so all of them will be like that. The same situation with rotate and scale. Other point, I will go to rotate. It's more clear. Besides the type for the reference for coordinator system, we see this little icon, the cross in between two white square. That means the pivot point, it will be in between these objects, like that. But if I change to separate each object different, independent, so when I rotate, that will be happen. Okay, also I can change to last selection. This is a last selection. If I click, okay, If I change my selection like that, it will be here. This is the first selection. Okay, so if I change also that type for my axis to local, that will be happen. If I change in middle, and that will be happen too, it will be the same because my rotation is local. If I go to transfer like this, if I go to local, in between, it will be the same. Just this option it change with rotate and scale. It's very important with scale because we're using a lot with vertex and edges. Now for scale, I have the same type for scale. Also here is very important for scale. This the pivot point now for this icon is call me between my selection. So when I do scale, all objects go to the pivot point for what select here. Okay, but if I change separate like that, each box will be scaled in his pivot point. So this is a trick for modeling. I want to delete this one. I want now return back this box to 0.000. So I go to move tools. Very simple for this situation. I just right click. I want to change this to view. Okay, so I want to change the position for 0.00 for view. So I do 0 0 0, and my axis it's local, but when I change to view, I find this angle 0 0 0. I want to convert to poly to explain how to use the transfer tools and inside the object. Okay, if I go to vertex and I select all these vertex together up here and I choose scale, but now in center I want to separate, and I do scale nothing. This should be nothing separate. Okay, if I go to local, it will be the same. But if I want to scale in X or in Y, I move my mouse over the axis and I move my mouse like that. It's the same situation with polygon, scale, and move. Also you can rotate. Okay, I want to add some subdivision and we see what's happen. I want here connect with the geometry. Sorry. Yeah, connect to. Okay, polygon. Now I have face here and face here. If I select like this, I want to check rotation on view separate. It's the same. If I go to local, little bit different. Center, it should be a little bit different. Okay, and that's how we use transfer object inside 3D Max.